Focus. Losa Tashidelik. Happy Tibetan New Year. Happy Chinese New Year. Happy New Moon. The goddess Diana and Artemis, apparently it's an important day for her as well. And big up all my monotheistic religions too. Brap brap. There is so much I could express right now. But I have a focus. I have a focus that is garnering support for my mission. However, my mission is for the benefit of all, in my humble opinion. No, that's a fact. My mission is for the benefit of all. Like, that's what makes me happy, helping people. I want to promote other people's music. I want to promote positive music. I want to promote positive ideas, scientific ideas that get swept under the carpet because they're empowering, and those with power like to keep their power. Therefore, they don't like to empower. Yeah, there's a lot to share. I could share my fears, my anger and frustration, and there's plenty of that. I spent 20 years amassing facts and theories, but also facts that unfortunately support the idea that neither government nor corporations can be trusted. So you can imagine at this point, I've been called a conspiracy theorist, not just for my beliefs, but for my knowledge. Often, quite simply, you know what? No, I'm not going there. Because enough places have gone there and it just causes division. I am going to start in a really uncomfortable place for me. I'm going to start by bigging myself up. And then I'm going to get to helping everybody. It's uncomfortable for me bigging myself up because I actually don't know, actually. Maybe it's because I have self-esteem issues. I find it difficult to just sing my own praises sometimes. And maybe... But yeah, if I dwell on the self-esteem issues, I will be negating the whole point of the start of this video. So let's just get to it. Something the past 4 years has taught me is that if you want to be a leader, you can't be as humble and honest as Bernie Sanders. You can't just be humble and honest like Bernie Sanders. If you want to lead people, you got to ride your own D like Donald Trump did. I'm great, I'm awesome. And a bunch of people are like, he's great, he's awesome. Like, perhaps if Jeremy Corbyn had walked up to the podium and been like, they're calling me racist. I, Jeremy Corbyn, got arrested at marches before most of these people were born, anti-racism and anti-apartheid marches before most of these people were born. If Jeremy Corbyn got on his own D and just told people how it is, stated the facts, this is who I am, maybe things would have gone differently. I mean, Donald Trump just straight up lied to people. We did this and we did that and we saved the economy and we blah blah. Just like literally lied to people, and people were just like, I'll swallow that whole. Because I like confidence. Confident people make me feel okay with not being confident. So if you're running things, I'll just follow. So So now I get on my ish. Disclaimer. I don't think I'm better than anybody else. In fact, I believe we're all equal, and beyond that, I believe we're all part of one infinite consciousness. Therefore, when I die, my consciousness goes back to this essence that is the universe. We are just waves of the ocean, individual waves of the individual whole. So I don't think I'm better than anybody else. But I have a multidimensional perspective, and I know that I am special. I am an we're all special. But there's ordinary and there's extraordinary. And I'm an extraordinary individual. I read the Tao Te Ching when I was 12. I read the Tibetan Book of Living and Dying when I was 18, which was a form of Dzogchen Buddhism. 10 years later, at the age 27, I'd be introduced to the Balanced View. I would tell the person introducing me to Balanced View, well, as they described it, oh, that's kind of like the way I see the world. This perspective is perception, perception is perspective, and reality is the mind kind of perspective. That's very similar to the way I see the world, because I was introduced to Dzogchen Buddhism at the age of 18, and the Tao Te Ching has stayed my favourite book since I was 12, my favourite spiritual text since I was 12. And they were like, they literally couldn't believe that I could understand what Balanced View was saying. They're like, no, wait till you go, then you'll understand. And then I went and I was like, yeah, no, this is what I thought. And then after going to Balanced View for a while, I was like, this isn't new, this is Tibetan Buddhism. And nobody told me this is Tibetan Buddhism well, they didn't admit that Balanced View was Tibetan Buddhism for 10 years, something like that. And then the leader, Candice, came out as actually my master Wangchen. I don't want to get his name wrong, so I'm not going to try. But my master told me I wasn't allowed to tell people it was Tibetan Buddhism, but it was Tibetan Buddhism, as I said 10 years prior. I'm different. 2006, I was interviewing ex-MI5 agent David Shayler about the deep state. Because, from age 12, I'd been on a spiritual journey. By age 18-ish, maybe a bit younger, I was on a political journey. Because, rewind, the Iraq War taught me that politicians will lie about things that result in thousands of people dying. That is a fact. That is not a conspiracy theory. Tony Blair had the Chilcot Inquiry. The Chilcot Inquiry said, you lied. The facts are, before the Iraq War, all the Iraqi oil belonged to Iraq. After the Iraq War, all the Iraqi oil belongs to ExxonMobil. How did we get from there to there? Let me tell you. The Twin Towers fell down. They found a passport by one of the perpetrators from the plane that apparently got vaporized. They found a passport. These perpetrators were apparently Afghani. And because Afghans are brown and Muslim, they thought that was reason enough to go bomb Iraq and other Middle Eastern countries, which are thousands of miles away from Afghanistan, because they're also full of brown and Muslim people. And the American people and apparently English people are easy to fool and subliminally racist, because the only way you could justify bombing Iraq because Muslims from another country bombed your building, allegedly, is subliminal racism. There's literally no political ties there. The only political ties possibly being that the CIA trained the ISIS the same way the CIA gave Saddam weapons and money to attack the Kurds. I think it was the Kurds, I want to get that right. The same way the CIA gave Saddam money and weapons before they turned on him too. Sorry, I read. I know that, quite frankly, most of you don't, because most of you don't read this ish I read. I'm extraordinary. I'm special. I'm different. I'm on my ish. Follow me. How do we do that? What does he mean? What I mean is support my ish. Like, I don't care if it's like sending £1 to Patreon once a month, or buying my albums, or just writing a favourable comment under a Facebook post. Support my ish. Because I give a damn about you. I don't have to. Honestly. Like, yeah, some of it's ego, some of it's low self-esteem, some of it's like a balance of countering my low self-esteem with love and or self-belief, love from others or self-love. Like, I believe in a multi-dimensional perspective on earth. But the truth is, I don't have to give a shit anymore. You know why? Because I'm out. This is my mate's farm, and that's the sunshine that you get when you're not in that grey island full of racists and fascists and conformists. I know you're not all like that, which is why I care. I know you're not all like that, which is why I miss a lot of you. But fact is, I don't need to give a damn about politics anymore, or give a damn about anybody else. Like, humanity has proven to me that it is a glutton for punishment. The Tories were already evidently evil with the austerity they were perpetuating after the UN had said this is killing people, disabled people, poor people, and the Tories were like, yeah, whatever. And now, when I say, your government might be evil, people are like, are you dumb? As if they're evil. I'm like, are you dumb? As if you haven't been paying attention for the past 15 years. So I'm not going to dwell there. I'm not going to sit on that. I'm just going to say that I've been proven right time and time again. I've made a few mistakes, but I'm human. But yeah, I've been proven right time and time again. I'm an extraordinary individual with 20 years of information and research into both spiritual and political matters, and I'm done being fake humble about it. I know what I am. I know who I am. I know that I'm in the process of trying to manifest prophecy. Yeah. Actually, I'm going to get off the slightly egotistical I'm the ish rant. Because can't be done alone. Living sustainably, spreading love, and self-improvement. I'm talking about emotional intelligence. Admitting when you're wrong. Forgiving people. Like, humbling things. Not just like, I'm cosmic guru, everybody listen to me. No, like, admitting when you make mistakes. Sending love and help to those that need it. Humbling things. This has been some of the most humbling months of my life. Like, I'm in new environments, learning new skills in which I have zero clue how to do what I've got to do. I'm completely reliant on people with more experience than me in certain fields and more knowledge than me in certain fields. Like, I'm talking about community. I need to talk about specifics or you'll think I'm a lunatic. The Hopi prophecy talks about knowing where your water comes from and appreciating the people in the river with you. I perceive that river that moves faster and faster as the information age. The information, the data is just coming faster and faster and faster, and there's more and more of it. But when I look around and I see who is in the information stream with me, I generally celebrate. Sometimes I hit block because it turns out they're racist, right-wing fascists, but generally I celebrate. The rainbow prophecy, people of all colours coming together to help Mother Earth. It's a fact. Rainbow gatherings, that's happening to a certain extent, but political protests, that's where the prophecy is being fulfilled. People of all colours coming together to help Mother Earth. Oh, Tibetan New Year, Tibetan prophecy of Shambhala warriors, enlightened societies. I used to think enlightenment was like a superpower. Like, enlightenment was like, oh, you'll never be angry again. You'll never get upset again. I no longer believe that. I believe enlightenment, and I could be wrong, this is just my perspective. Enlightenment is like stages of awareness, and you can have an enlightening experience, a solstice on top of Silbury Hill. Oh, there's so many synchronicities that prove to me that I'm extraordinary. But so many stories I could tell that I'll get to eventually. Maybe I'll do a separate post about that if and when I'm feeling strong and up for it. But yeah, back to enlightenment. You can have an enlightening experience and still have a shit day the next day, or a shit week the next week. These things, you know, yeah, levels. There's levels. Anyway, enlightened society. To me, an enlightened society is one that's just full of people with emotional intelligence. People who care, people who are aware of themselves and aware of others. So yeah, that's, what was that? The Hopi prophecy, the Rainbow prophecy, the Tibetan Shambhala prophecy. In my perspective, prophecy is in the process of being fulfilled by various people. And if you want to join these people, it is my intention to both digitally network various communities around the world, people who are planning to live sustainably with love. It's 2 levels to this. It's less impact on the planet and positive impact on each other. And this is just my perspective on these things. But if you share my perspective, please support me, because I'm awesome. So yeah, this is my perspective on things. Joining together to spread love and spread joy and not rely on the system. Now, there's levels to it. You know, someone can be completely off grid, but then they need a building to turn the oranges into marmalade, or they need electricity for X, Y, Z, etc. Which, you know, there's there's just levels to how off grid you want to be and levels to how communal you want to be. And I'm not judging anyone for anything. Like, some people, maybe you need to be in cities doing city stuff until the cities collapse. Some people, maybe you need to be in the woods as soon as possible for your own mental health. We are all different, and I judge no one. Like, literally. I mean, I judge, trust, because like I do have an issue with fascism and the right wing in general, but I try not to, because yeah, we all have different experiences, and we all have different paths to walk, and part of my path in this incarnation is spreading love and sharing. I used to describe myself as socialist, but isms and definitions are boxes. Rather than describing myself as socialist now, I rather just state I like sharing. And if you've got more to share, I feel like you should share more of what you've got. That's just my personal opinion. It can be applied to politics. And when applied to politics, some people call it socialism. But any of the extremes are bad. Socialism taken to an extreme is forcing people to share. And when you force people to share, it's not working. The right wing, it's like, I think it's good to compete, it's good to have competition, but being forced to compete financially has led to a world in which GDP is valued more than happiness. So you get countries that have got good GDP that are just full of depressed people. That is not success. Anyway, I'm going off subject. My main point is, I love you guys. And I want to spread love, and I can spread more love with your support. So please support me. Anyway, that means, yeah, basically you'll see. I'm gonna it's Patreon, it's Bandcamp, and I want to release my attachment to Facebook, so I'm hoping you'll join me on other platforms. Nothing but love, Tashidelic, peace. Just going for a wander, making friends. He looks double-hard though, I don't want to get on his wrong side. Could kill me with a swift kick. As could the farmer whose land I'm trespassing on, so maybe let's leave. What a beautiful beast though, look at it.